Oh, you want to see what I have? Shall I show you? It's mostly pollen, yellow pollen.
Your channel for swimteichs. Nature in your garden and water that's alive. Enjoy watching.
Hi, you got me with my favorite hobby, fishing. Today is the first really hot day in Austria and we are enjoying the sun. Yesterday we went for the first time this year swimming, and so we call out the start of the season. What's to do in the beginning of the season? First thing we have to do in spring is to take care of the pollen. With us in our house we have a very special situation because of all the trees that we have all around our swimteich. Yeah, it's beautiful, but it makes some work. As you can see, we have all the pollen swimming on the surface, and Christian and me, we decided we want to do that with a landing net. We just fish it out with an algae landing net. That works really well. So this is the first thing you have to do. Take care of the surface. Fish out the organic input that you naturally have in spring. If you're lucky and you don't have a lot of tree or agriculture around, you won't have a lot of work. We do, we like it, and we decided to do that with our landing net. But of course there are other possibilities to deal with this surface input. Monica, for example, you know her from that video. Monica's neighbor, he's a real inventor, and he built some construction to take the pollen out, and well, she sent us this little video. But of course, there's also the possibility to use a skimmer. And as we see, Johanna uses for her natural pool, she uses a skimmer, and you see that pantyhose that she puts around the skimmer. That's to deal with the pollen, because the pollen would go through the skimmer and that doesn't make any sense. But with this pantyhose that she just put over it, she catches the pollen. So this is one thing you have to do in spring. The second thing you have to do is the yearly cleaning. One last thing. Here on the surface you can still see the carpet of pollen and stuff. And then look at that. How wonderful this surface looks. And the water is clear. You can see all the folds on the walls. And that's a nice thing when the wind is blowing. Everything is in the corner and I can just take it out so easily. The other thing we do in the beginning of the season is that we take care of our stepping stones. As you see them, they're all lined up here, lying here in a double row. That's because at the end of March, Christian, on a warm day, he went in the swimteich and he took all these stepping stones and he turned them around. So it's a few weeks now that they have been turned over, and we will have a look, but we are quite sure that they haven't turned clean yet. It takes more time than a few weeks. But we will see. We will have a look. You see? They are still very, very dirty. So they need more time to regenerate. We call it regenerate. So what we are planning this year, I mean, it's the first time that we've ever done that, turn the stepping stones over. We started that last season, so in our 5th season of having this. And that's when the stones turned green for the first time and slippery. So we started to turn them over last year, but now we want to do that with a system. So Christian turned all the stones all around over, except the ones in the regeneration zone. Why? Because it's so deep there, and the weather was not warm enough, the water was not warm enough, so we left them like this. We will do that maybe this summer. We will turn them over to the slippery side. The stones, they have a smooth side, that's here, and a non-smooth side. I'm sorry, I don't know the English word for it at the moment. And of course, to step on them, it's much nicer to have this side on top. But we decided that this year we will keep them on the smooth side up. It will be slippery a little bit because there the biofilm can stick on the smooth side much easier than on the other side. And we will keep it like that for the summer. I mean, not like that, we will of course organize it after the yearly cleaning. And then we are planning to do it like that. For the summer, we will have them on the nice side, and in the winter, in fall, we turn them over to the smooth side up, keep them over the winter like that, and then in spring we can turn them to the nice side again. Yeah. And what I want to show you, when Christian turned the stones over in March, at the end of March, we found out that the bags, the pond bags that are underneath the stones, the stepping stones, here, those bags, that were on the places, on the material where it's not covered by stone, it turned all brown. You can, that's just the biofilm that died off but sticks there now. And underneath the stones, the bags are like new. It's really nice to see that. So there is no filth or detritus or anything underneath. Also the stones in the bags, you can see that they are really clear. They have no biofilm or anaerobic milieu. So that's actually the two things that you do in the beginning of the season. You take care of the input, and you redesign a little bit, and in the next days we will do that. We do the yearly cleaning, and then the summer comes and we can enjoy. Yeah, that's it. I go back to my fishing.